Before you continue living the same distracted life, answer this honestly: what if the reason you feel stuck, ignored, and out of control, has nothing to do with the world, and everything to do with your own mind? What if your lack of discipline is the only thing standing between you and complete freedom? Because the truth is harsh, most people are not controlled by circumstances, they are controlled by impulses. And until you learn to command your own mind, you will always be a slave to everything outside of you. Circumstances do not create the man. They reveal him. Discipline is the highest form of freedom. The one who commands their own mind stands beyond the control of circumstance. The untrained mind chases impulse. The disciplined mind directs it. Power begins the moment attention submits to reason. As Aristotle wrote, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. To know yourself is to uncover the battlefield within, desire against restraint, emotion against judgment, noise against clarity. Every victory won there echoes through every decision that follows. The modern world feeds on distraction. Attention has become currency, and most people spend it without awareness. The Stoic refuses this economy. They reclaim their focus and build within it a fortress of awareness. Musonius Rufus warned, practice self-control, for no one is free who is a slave to their passions. Freedom is not escape. It is a command. The one who governs their urges remains unshaken while others obey theirs. To master yourself is not about perfection, it is about awakening. It is the moment your awareness turns inward, and discipline begins. The quiet voice buried under comfort rises again. The same force that shaped empires lives in every act of restraint, endurance, and clarity. Mastery is not learned, it is remembered through effort. The war of self begins in silence. No applause. No announcement. Only awareness pressing inward. Every distraction, every temptation, every impulse tests the authority you hold over your own mind. The untrained person seeks to control the world. The disciplined one seeks to control themselves. That difference defines everything. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If your mind is filled with fear, complaint, and desire, it will take their shape. Mastery begins with vigilance, guarding what you allow into your mind. Discipline is not punishment. It is refinement. Every action either strengthens your inner structure or weakens it. Seneca said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity." The Stoic does not avoid difficulty, they grow through it. Hardship refines. It reveals strength. The modern world attacks subtly. Not with force, but with endless notifications, choices, and stimulation. It dissolves focus through small pleasures. The Stoic reverses this, pulling attention away from noise and placing it back under control. Each moment reclaimed from distraction is a victory. Clarity requires solitude. The disciplined mind must learn to step back, not as escape, but as command. Epictetus taught that if you do not control your mind, it will control you. In silence, your mind reveals its disorder, restlessness, dependency, discomfort. Mastery begins where dependence ends. Between stimulus and response lies judgment, and in that space lies freedom. The disciplined mind observes before reacting. Observation cools emotion before it distorts direction. Emotion is not the enemy, it is energy. The undisciplined waste it. The Stoic transforms it. Anger becomes focus. Fear becomes awareness. Pain becomes clarity. Nothing is suppressed. Everything is directed. Mastery is private. No one applauds restraint. No one celebrates calmness. Yet these are the foundations of power. When the world becomes chaotic, the disciplined remain still, and that stillness becomes influence. Time is the most valuable currency. As Seneca reminded, it is not that life is short, it is that we waste much of it. Every wasted hour feeds weakness. Every intentional hour builds strength. Self-mastery is the management of your inner world through time. Modern comfort weakens the mind. The Stoics trained in discomfort, cold, hunger, silence, to sharpen control. Today, comfort is worshipped, and those who depend on it lose strength. The disciplined choose discomfort to remain in control. They do not wait for motivation. They act because the mind commands, not because emotion agrees. This is the difference between those who watch life, and those who shape it. Mastery is not about results. It is about control. The disciplined mind treats thought like a blade, cutting through illusion, emotion, and confusion. Every belief is questioned. Every impulse examined. They speak less, think deeper, and act with precision. The modern world glorifies speed. The Stoic values stillness. Slowness is not weakness, it is controlled power. The pause before reaction is where mastery begins. Marcus Aurelius also said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Those who understand this become unshakable. Every struggle begins within. The external world only exposes what is already uncontrolled inside. Mastery is consistency, not perfection. You will fail, but you return faster. Each fall becomes shorter. Each recovery stronger. Progress is not emotional, it is measured in control. The Stoic life is built on rituals, morning reflection, daily awareness, evening review. Without structure, the mind drifts. With discipline, it sharpens. The body must also obey the mind. Strength and discipline together create balance. Without strength, discipline breaks. Without discipline, strength becomes chaos. The self-mastered person is calm where others panic, silent where others react, steady where others collapse. They move through noise untouched. Technology now competes for your attention. Every scroll, every click is a test of ownership. Each time you resist, you reclaim control. This is modern Stoicism, discipline in a distracted world. The Stoic trains constantly, testing patience when insulted, humility when praised, detachment when ignored. Every moment becomes practice. Desire is the most subtle enemy. It disguises itself as ambition but binds you to outcomes. The Stoic acts without attachment. They live by principle, not preference. Preferences change. Principles remain. The disciplined person becomes their own compass. They do not follow trends or moods. They move with clarity. Anger becomes a test. Instead of reacting, they analyze it. What belief was challenged? What expectation failed? Through understanding, emotion loses control. Speech is also a discipline. Words cannot be taken back. The Stoic speaks with intention, or remains silent. They do not complain. They adapt. Every day is a battlefield of small choices: wake early or delay, act or hesitate, focus or drift. Each choice either builds strength or weakens it. Attention is the new wealth. Where attention goes, life follows. To master attention is to master existence. Patience becomes power. The Stoic understands that transformation is slow. They endure without frustration. They remain calm in uncertainty, because uncertainty tests preparation. Discipline without reflection becomes robotic. Reflection without discipline becomes illusion. Mastery requires both. They observe themselves constantly, correcting, refining, improving. The Stoic accepts impermanence. Everything changes. But what is built on principle remains steady. They do not ask, "Why is this happening?" They ask, "How will I respond?" That is freedom. Mastery requires confronting the enemy within: laziness, fear, ego, comfort. Each day, one must face them directly. Failure is not weakness. It is feedback. The disciplined do not dwell on mistakes, they adjust and continue. They seek no validation. Their standard is internal. They live by a code, silent, consistent, unbreakable. Mastery is built through repetition, awareness, and endurance. It does not arrive suddenly. It grows quietly. Every moment offers a choice: react or remain composed. Choose composure long enough, and it becomes your nature. To master yourself is to become immune to chaos, loyal to discipline, and grounded in reason. This is not external power, it is an internal empire. As Marcus Aurelius said, look within. There is a source of strength that will always arise. Mastery begins there. In silence. In awareness. In control. And once it begins, everything changes.